Hello, my Stampin' friends. How are you guys? Welcome to another episode of stampinwithcandace.com and an episode of Scrapped Season 2. This is a bonus episode. We somewhat kind of ended episodes, I think April, May, can't remember for sure. Um, we had a lot of things going on and decided to take the summer off but do bonus episodes if we could. So I really wanted to share this project with you today. Um, Beginning of July, I created this fun little card for it was one of the global design challenges, and it was the layout. And this is actually a 6x6. And after I made it, I kept thinking about a scrapbook page using some of these techniques. So I will put a link to the video for this card because I didn't redo some of these. I did the techniques, but I'm not going to share them. So if you want to see how I did some of these, you can check those out. I'm going to switch cameras here really quick so we can get started. So the couple things I wanted to point out that make sure that you go check out that other video is number one, how I did this. This is actually embossed, and then I did like an emboss resist, but I also kind of wiped it. So it gives kind of, I don't know, a little bit different look. So it's a blending brush and wiped. This one is just stamped and embossed. And then this is different strips of paper. So this idea I thought would be really cool for a scrapbook page. And if you live in America, it's been kind of a big thing for the America 250 this year. So this is the first page, and I have it actually already done. So I wanted to point out a few things that I used. This one right here is the current set. This is the Balloon Fest. It's a birthday set, but this is the stars that I used to make this. Now, when I was making this, yes, it has that America feel, but I did not want it to look like a flag, So we have the stars, we have the stripes. There's not 13. There's no rhyme or reason. It's just giving that kind of a feel. And then I did pull out this old set that I have, Lighting the Sky. I really loved doing the fireworks on there. And we do have an alphabet set that you could do with this with. The whole reason I pulled out my old set, which I large letter, um, was because the current set we have does not have numbers, and I wanted to do the America 250, and I wanted them to match. So that's the only reason I pulled out this. But we're going to move to the second page so I can share a few things. Now, again, a lot of this is kind of already done. One being this. Now, these don't line up perfectly, just so you're aware, and this is not attached. So they're not perfect. I just took two pieces of paper and cut them 1/2 inch. And then the back one is the 8.5. And so this is 8 inches. I did attach it to a piece of white and then attached it on here. Got a little bit crooked, but that's okay. And when they're separated, they're going to be okay. So the couple things I wanted to share with you though, like I said, this page is basically done, is I'm going to be using some flip flaps so that I can get more pictures on here because I did take a ton of pictures. So I've just cut some pieces of different colors. I think I used Real Red, Blueberry Bushel, and Daffodil Delight. And so I've just cut them. Let me grab my uh, thing. I can't remember how big I cut them. 1 by 3 1/4. So they fit perfect for these 3 by 3. And I'll show you what I've done. So I folded this back, and I have the sticky on the inside. So you can put your pictures in this direction, and I'm going to take this sticky. Now it's best if you fold it first so you can kind of get a good crease on there, and I'm going to stick this right in here. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we are going to actually add some adhesive on the back here, and I'm going to line the first one up about right here. And we're going to flip that up. And then I am going to actually do the bottom one. Oh, got a little too much glue there. That's okay. Fold it back up. And I'm going to line the bottom one up about right here. So now I know where I want these two, because I want them kind of centered. So we're creating kind of a waterfall look is the idea behind this. And I want to make sure that that plastic is on the back. So I don't want to see it when I flip this open. I want to be able to see the color, or just the individual whatever I'm trying to think of here. And we're going to put that one roughly about there. Looks like that should be about centered. And then we're going to do the same thing on this one. And we're going to center it right here. And that will allow me this like waterfall effect, basically. And then I'm going to go ahead and attach it to this one. Maybe we'll add the adhesive to this one. I'm going to attach it to this one. And what I liked about this idea here is once I put the pictures in here, I can add lots of fun pictures. I can add some journaling on these pieces here. I can use one of my white gel pens if I wanted to add some journaling there. And then on this back one right here, I can add some additional journaling to go with the page. Now, I'm actually not going to attach this to my page. Once I slide it into my page protector, I am going to put this on the outside of my page protector so that these can flip up. I'm not worried about this. It's not going to really get ruined, and my pictures will be protected because they're in here. But that way I don't have to try and cut my page protector to put this in. You can if you want to, but because they're like this moving element, I didn't want to worry about having to cut that. If it doesn't work perfectly, then I might have to cut it, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. So I wanted to share these right here. I did the same thing on the America, but this is what I have done on the top here that I was explaining. And so I just took a piece of white and I stamped my white stars and embossed them. And then I did the technique where I used my blending brush and then I wiped it off to make the white pop. Again, you can check that out on that other video. But after I did it, then I cut this out. And of course, I've kept these because, you know, who knows, might make something with them as well. And then I've just cut another one out in the blueberry bushel, sorry, to add just that little back to them. So I just glued the two together and added some dimensionals. So we are going to go ahead and add this. And then I just have the little let's celebrate here. And we're going to add some adhesive to the back of this one really quick. So I am going to put these together so I can try and line them up. They don't have to be perfect, but I want them pretty close so that when they're across from each other, and I've pre-stamped on here, I stamped off for my little bit lighter sparklers or fireworks. That's what I'm looking for, so that it kind of was this lighter color here that you're seeing, just to give a variety on the fireworks. And then we're going to add our 250 down at the bottom here, so kind of creating our eye going across the page. Just a little trick here. Oh, it's getting all over the place. Gotta love those little backers. When you are trying to line something up like this America, I started here and worked my way this way. So I'm going to do the 250 and I want it to actually kind of sit about right here. So I'm going to start with the 0, and then I'm going to work my way backwards. And I can use the edge there to kind of line it up. And then this is going to go here. Now, one of the other things I like to do is I just have some photo templates that I can use on here. And then I can play around with where I might, if I want to add a background. And this one's white. I might actually, I'll be honest, I might go in and switch these out to yellow. I had originally had them white, but I'm just wondering if the yellow might look better. I haven't decided. I am not going to 100% attach those yet, just because I'm not 100% sure what pictures I'm going to be going with on this. I am going to add my little celebrate. Let's celebrate here. Just along the top here. So there is my completed page, and I have room for my journaling underneath. I can also journal a little along here if I want to, just to add it. So see, try and move this a little bit. So hopefully you can see the whole thing a little bit better. So there is my finished America page. And again, I'll share the link to how I did the card so that you can find out some of those techniques, but hopefully you can see how easy you can take an inspiration from a card to make a really fun scrapbook page. Thanks again for joining me, and new episodes of Scrapped will be coming out in, I believe we're starting in September was our plan. So be watching for that. We've got a lot of fun things planned. So we're very excited. And we're going to do more of challenges that you guys can jump in and do do your own pages. So we're hoping to really get you inspired and scrapbooking as well. Be sure to check out all of my other fun stuff. I do go live every week, and you can check that out on my YouTube or my Facebook. And I will see you again. Hopefully, I can get one done in August for you, but if not, for sure, September. We'll see you later. Bye bye.